Hey everyone, this is J Pill, and it's been some time since I made my first video. And well, the thing is, it turns out making those kinds of videos is actually a lot more difficult than I thought it would be, and more time consuming, to be honest. So this next video is actually 4 minutes and 4 to 5 minutes long, and so I just want to make sure that it sort of has a similar aesthetic to the previous one, and so it's still in the works, and it's gonna take some time. It's about 3 times as long as the first one. So in between those super well drawn videos and super well crafted, of course, prime editing. I figured I may as well make a couple videos regarding some light and fun stories about my past while playing some video games. Now this game is Smash Brothers. You guys all know it. It's kind of weird that I'm playing this right before the new character comes out, but hey, it all will come together somehow. It's the first take. All right, so these videos will be one take. So hopefully, if I stumble in my words, you guys just forgive me. And yeah, it's just all part of the craft. So today's video is about my first crush. And before we get started, I got some rules. Number one, all the names in this video will be replaced. This is a rule for myself because I don't want anybody to be called out. And number two, these stories will only have the good memories of the people that are involved. I don't want any toxic negativity because, again, no need to foster it in this channel. Now, let's get to the story. The first time I met this girl, let me start Smash. This is all gonna make me all frazzled while I play. The first time I ever met this girl was in 4th grade, and in 4th grade, orchestra decided to show up in my 4th grade class. Now, here's the thing. The reason why orchestra showed up is, in order for orchestra to continue, they needed more members. And to sort of get kids to play orchestra, they brought some of their best players in and the conductor, and they played some cool songs and stuff like that. Now, this girl showed up, and she was so good at playing the violin, and I was nothing other than impressed. And she was so pretty, and 4th grade me was like, I don't know what I'm feeling, but she's very pretty. I want to be around her. So I joined orchestra for her. And you call me a simp all you want. You're gonna say that a lot during this video. And so she goes ahead, and I joined orchestra, and honestly, nothing noteworthy happens during that time. I just sort of stalked her. I would just admired her from afar, and that was essentially it for that period of time. Ooh, wow. That Kincaid rule just got bodied. Okay, sorry. And moving on, we got our going into 5th grade, because that's when the story really starts. And 5th grade, so in 4th grade, I actually but I was too embarrassed to tell anybody about my crush. So none of my friends knew about it. I sort of kept it to myself until 5th grade. And 5th grade, people started talking about their crushes and stuff, and it was finally time for me to tell somebody. And I finally did it. I told my best friends, and that was fine and all. They kept it to themselves. They really wanted to tell other people, though. And then I blew it. I ended up telling the people in my bus. And here's the thing. So this girl, she was a whole year above me. Now, not a big deal in high school or even in middle school, but it was a huge deal in elementary school. Because in elementary school, even a single year was just too much, too big of a gap. So when it came down to it, my friends were like, "That's impossible. You can never date this girl." And honestly, they probably were right because of how the norms were back then. And so, ooh, wow, 3 knees, ugh, win. But I told the people on my bus, and there are some 6th graders on my bus. So those guys, asked them not to tell anybody, and they went ahead and told her. Now, I got super embarrassed when I found that she knew that she liked me. I liked her. It was over for me. But in hindsight, those guys, those boys who were playing, who told that girl were the best wingmen I could have ever asked for in my life. Because not only did they tell this girl that I liked her, she went ahead and asked for my email, and my friends gave it to her. So they gave her my email so that we can come into contact. Now, the reason why that was good was she was super nice, and she contacted me, sort of teased me quite a bit, but all in playful fun. So she was like asking why I like her, what if she would I would ever talk to her in real life, which I was more than an introvert at the time. So let's just cut over to choir. And choir I joined because I was obsessed with this girl. Um, you'll find out that I do everything because of girls, and choir is one of many. And so when she did choir, I found out I had to do choir because I was going to impress her with my amazing singing skills. I was so into the choir that I ended up joining a thing called All County Choir, which was like a high the county, all the best singers in the county that were elementary schoolers, which it wasn't really a high bar, but came together and sang. But anyway, going on, moving on. Because of the choir, our music teacher wanted to do a play, and this play was called Dear Edwina. If you know of the play, it's just about a girl uh, who takes requests and solves people's problems. And there's a whole love thing, backstory on it, but it's okay. But she ended up getting a solo portion. Now, for me, as soon as I saw her get it, I felt like I needed to get a role in this play. So the choir was inadvertently always was going to be a part of the play regardless, but felt like I needed a character, and my character that I auditioned for was this guy called the cook or something. I don't remember, but the song I remember had me singing two lyrics the entire song, and the two lyrics were fork, knife, spoon, and I think there were a couple actual lyrics to it, but the whole song was like fork, knife, spoon, fork. It's thinking about it that it's really dumb, and I thought that was gonna impress her somehow. I am totally gonna lose this game, and so anyway, we ended up emailing each other, and she kept teasing me about how I would always stare at her in my or choir class, and she would notice and whatever. She was so nice again, and then eventually, yeah, choir happened. Then it came to the end of the year, and the end of the year was an interesting time because this is where I sort of knew this was going to be the end of us talking, because she was going to go into middle school. And if you don't know, middle school is a death sentence to meeting people, because if you're not in the same grade, middle school is just a whole nother world. And there was no way I was going to meet her in the future, so because yeah, that's how elementary school and middle school is. Turns out, by the way, ooh, that's disgusting. Anyway, turns out that's exactly how it went. She moved to a different middle school and different high school. But moving on, she it was like the last week of school, and she asked me on email, "Hey, so you and I have been talking on email a lot, and you're really nice. Why don't you at one point come to me and ask me to sign your yearbook in person?" And I broke. I was too shy. I really couldn't. I was totally fine online. My online persona was perfect. But the person I was online was definitely not the person who I was then. And so I said yes regardless. I was charismatic. I said yes, and I said sure, I'll do it. And this is like the second to last day or third to last day of school. And I remember because we were both patrols. By the way, I joined patrols for her. What patrols were this? They're like the student police. They sort of they help the kids walk across the streets around the school. Help the bus driver back up the bus. It was nice, but if you notice, it's a very heavily female population, and for that, especially even nowadays, I go to schools nowadays, and it's like all girls. Uh, that that thing I would never have joined if she wasn't a part of it. But anyway, moving on. I was a patrol, and I went ahead and patrols got off early from school. So I had about 10 minutes since she was a patrol. Her station was right at this bus station. I'm stopping the gameplay for a second just because I want to tell it. But I remember there was this patch of grass and it goes into a triangle, and there's sidewalks all around. And she was standing at one corner of the triangle, and she was just waiting for her bus stuff to get ready. I had my yearbook ready. I had my roller backpack ready because my roller backpack was the coolest thing in the world. And I rolled. I looked at her. I walked down the side of that grass patchway, and I wanted to ask her to sign my yearbook. And as soon as I got within 2 feet of her, I bailed and I turned right and continued walking in that circle. Triangle, sorry. It was definitely a triangle, not a circle. And so I went ahead and gave up, and I was like, man, I gotta do it. I gotta try again. So I made a loop in that triangle one more time just to try again. And I look at her, and the last second I bail. And I know she notices this because she's looking at me this entire time, but my head is down. I don't want to talk to her. It was miserable. And so I'm going in the circle, and I said twice. I did this at least 6 times, looping in the same circle, not doing my job as a patrol, trying to ask this one girl out finally. And I after my 7th loop, my bus showed up, and I rode my bus. And unfortunately, I never actually got her to sign my yearbook. And to this day, that is one of my biggest regrets in life because, honest to God, I wish I were more, like, I guess, brave at the time. And man, it really does feel bad to know. Oh, ouch! To know that I missed out on an opportunity that, for my like first real, like, I guess, interaction with females, because for me that was my first real interaction with any girl, in terms of romantically. And so, but yeah, again, she was super nice. Unfortunately, I never got to talk to her again. We're still friends on Facebook somehow, or maybe not. I think we're something like that. I don't think we're friends on Facebook. I'm a weird person. I'm gonna keep rambling on until this match ends. But yeah, no, it was a fun time. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this story. I was very awkward at the time, and I really, if I were to do things over again, I really wish I could. Yeah, just at least ask her to not watch a movie. I got that's a whole nother level of brave. I mean, I asked her to sign my yearbook. That was like the easiest thing anyone could have asked for. But I don't know. In hindsight, I was very young and naive. I don't even know who I was emailing. I mean, like, I was pretty confident I was emailing this girl because there was, I mean, a lot of things led to it, but I hardly have memory of all of our emails. And unfortunately, it was a Hotmail account, and at some point Hotmail purged all my emails, so I can't even recall them. So I really don't know. Maybe I was talking to a friend of mine who was just trying to prank me, and they let me. They just kept it to their kept it to their death. I don't know, but it would be really funny if that were the case. But no, I really she yeah I really wish in the future I could have an in the future I could talk to that person again. But it was good. It was good. It was good. Next time I hopefully won't ramble on. I'll be better at having these weird conversations, and hopefully this match will end in the next freaking hour because look at finally. Ooh, whew, it's over. All right. Well, there we go. I won every single game here today. That's crazy. Anyway, thank you guys for watching, especially while I rambled on at the end. I hope you guys enjoyed everything. The next video will likely be another video, except with Nickelodeon All Stars, and probably not about any crushes this time. Probably something stupid I did, but we'll see. We'll see when the time comes. And yeah, and then hopefully you will enjoy the next draw video. It's like Draw My Life, but it's like more like scribbles. So anyway, you guys all have a good night or good morning or whatever time zone. I don't know. It's night here. So bye.